Good morning. Good morning, ACT. Today is Friday the 13th, August 13th, 2021. Safe out there. So we're gonna continue with pedestrian safety, being safe out in the community. This has been the theme all week, and so I'm gonna pull up my lesson and get started. Again, the theme of the week has been pedestrian safety, and I'm going to put it in present mode and we're going to get started. Again, look at the signs right here on our front page. They all tell us something, and they're all there to keep you safe. So pay attention to the sign, the road sign. So when we talk about our anticipatory set, it's to make you think, discuss, and share out. Remember, I said we're thinking about something in the past and kind of triggering some memories so that we can bring them forward so that you can add to the discussion that we're going to have. So think of a time when you've seen signs. What were they telling you and why were they there? Pause the video for discussion. So our objective today is, given the word pedestrian safety, you'll be able to write, define, and give examples. So today is vocabulary day. Actually, this week we went over 5 vocabulary words. We had 4 on our sheet and I had you write on the back another word, the word route. So here we go. Again, even this slide right here were visual pictures that tell us something. So hopefully you remembered what they mean. What is the definition of a pedestrian? Is it A, a person walking in the community, or B, riding the city bus? Write your answer on the whiteboard. You said A, a person walking in the community, you would be correct. What are some safety tips for pedestrians crossing the road? Here's an example right here. But we had 4 other ones that we had on that slide. This one says unplug and don't be a distracted walker. So that was our first example. Did you come up with at least 3 other ones? You said making eye contact with the driver. When you stop at that curb, before you stop, if there's a car there, you make sure you make eye contact. Don't walk until the traffic stops. And we said never jaywalk. You have to use the crosswalks and the intersections. Stay alert through all the way across the intersection. You stop. Remember, throughout the whole crosswalk, you are still looking both ways to make sure traffic stops, they see you. Watch for turning vehicles. So a lot of times though, Some people, if they're not being distracted, will like try to beat you before so they'll turn really fast in front of you. So make sure you're watching for those turning vehicles. Oh, we said never jaywalk again, because it's really important. If there are marked crosswalks or intersections, you are going to walk inside those lines. If you walk outside of lines, that's when it's jaywalking. Okay, what did we say the definition of safety was? Was it A, getting to work on time, or B, rules you follow so you don't get hurt? If you said B, you would be correct. Rules you follow so you don't get hurt. Yesterday, we talked about the word route. And again, look over here. This picture here. Remember, the pictures give you clues. Is it A, taking the city bus, or does route mean a way taken and getting from a starting point to a destination? If you put B, you would be correct. A way taken and getting from a starting point to a destination. All right. This is about circling the correct picture. Or you can say A or B. Which one of these are a pedestrian? Put your answers on the whiteboard. You put A, you would be correct. Remember, person in the community, walking. Which one of these is a pedestrian? Is it A or B? Said B, you would be correct. The lady standing next to the turning sign. This is a part of the review about identifying the signs and what they say. I have a question for you. Is this sign and this sign the same? You could either do yes, no, or write it on the whiteboard. Are they the same? Same meaning. If you put yes, you would be correct. Don't walk. Look at between the signs here. They're both orange, both green. So that meaning is the orange sign would be the stop sign, right? Don't walk, don't walk. And then the other one, the green sign, is walk and go. Pedestrian signs, the definition, pictures we see in the community that keep us safe. We're gonna watch this, how to understand traffic signs and what are the important road signs.
Traffic signs are different shapes and colors so that drivers can easily see them while traveling. By learning their meaning, you'll be able to know the rules and continue driving without too many distractions. There are 6 categories of signs that you will encounter: regulatory signs, railroad crossing signs, warning signs, guide signs, construction signs, incident and temporary signs.
Regulatory signs are easily identifiable by their black, white, and red markings, which can be in any combination of 2 or 3 of these colors. Regulatory signs remind drivers of specific rules, such as obligations and prohibitions that apply in a current traffic situations. It is very important that I scan the road for these signs. If I miss them, I could get a ticket, or even worse, cause an accident. Examples of regulatory signs include stop, yield, speed limit, do not enter, one way, no left and or right turn, and wrong way.
Railroad crossing signs are a combination of warning and guide signs. They can alert drivers to a railroad crossing ahead. All railroad crossings should have a white and black crossbuck sign at the railroad crossing.
Those that only have these white and black crossbuck signs at the railroad crossing with no other signage, lights, or bells can be the most dangerous, since the sign is my only warning of a potential train crossing ahead.
The sign also indicates that you need to yield, look, and listen for a train before crossing the tracks. If there were a train, you would need to stop and wait for it to pass before continuing. Some railroad crossings have red flashing lights, bells, and crossbars that block the traffic from crossing the tracks. If the flashing lights, bells, and crossbars are down, traffic cannot cross until the bar is raised and the lights and bells have been turned off.
I never attempt to go around the crossbars or through the red lights, as it is extremely dangerous. I could receive a very expensive ticket as well.
Warning signs are yellow signs with black markings, letting people know of potential hazards or changes to the route ahead. Examples of warning signs include advisory speed, school zone, deer crossing, divided highway ahead, lane ends, and curves in the road ahead.
Note that, when encountering an advisory speed limit sign, I must prepare to slow down to the suggested speed. Just because these are called advisory signs, it doesn't mean that I can ignore them. If I fail to slow down, I could find myself losing control of my vehicle along a sharp curve.
Guide signs are most commonly colored green, blue, or brown. These give drivers valuable information on different routes they can take. Green signs tell how far you are from a destination, the names of streets, or how to get to different cities and towns. Blue signs tell you where you can find goods and services such as fuel, food, police, and hospitals. Brown signs lead you to historical and recreational areas. Finally, if you really have to go, a guide sign can tell you how long you have until you reach the next rest area.
Construction signs are bright orange and are there to alert you of construction on the roadway. It's important that I slow down when I see these signs, as injuring a worker or getting a speeding ticket in a construction zone could increase the penalties I receive.
Incident and temporary signs are similar to construction signs. These signs are fluorescent pink signs which indicate to drivers that a dangerous situation is taking place on the road ahead. Incident and temporary signs are used to warn of natural disasters, accidents, and temporary road closures. Temporary signs are usually positioned on a tripod and are not a permanent road fixture. Use extreme caution when driving through these areas because conditions could change rapidly.
So, signs everywhere, signs. So, right here. Can I have somebody raise their hand and tell me what this sign is? If you said stop sign, you would be correct. Can I have another volunteer? What does that sign mean? If you said no turning left, you would be correct. And whoop, that's not what I wanted. So I'm going to move forward. In marked crosswalk, a lot of times you're going to see these crosswalk buttons. And what do they mean? Why are these important? So if you said they help stop the traffic, you would be right. So in a really, really busy intersection, they have lights up top, and that is to signal the light to make the traffic stop. So, and how many times did we talk about, do we press the button? Do we do it once or 5 times? If you said once, you'd be correct. We don't push, 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 push. Right now, circle. What do you think this sign means? Put your answers on your whiteboard. What do you think this sign means? Put it on your whiteboard. What does this sign mean? Write it on your whiteboard. Remember, the white pedestrian means go, and the orange hand means stop. But we do not go into the intersection. If we go in the intersection and the orange hand goes on, we need to continue walking to the other side of the street. Raise your hand. What does this mean? The white pedestrian sign, that means walking. You said walking, you would be correct. Safe to walk. What does this sign mean? Not safe. Remember, 2 S's. Cross like this, safe, but that is not safe. So crosswalks can look many different ways. I always think this looks like piano keys to myself. This one we didn't really talk about too much, so I'm going to define it. A detour means that you take a different path. Can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down? This is a check for understanding here. Can you get a ticket for walking outside the crosswalk? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So if you gave me a thumbs up, you would be correct. You can get a ticket. Police can cite you for jaywalking. Remember, if you're not in the crosswalk, it's called jaywalking. So make sure that you look around your environment and find the closest crosswalk instead of walking in the middle of the street. Check for understanding. Check for understanding. Either thumbs up, yes, or thumbs down, no. Street signs are there to keep us safe. Is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down? If you gave me a thumbs up, you would be correct. They are there to keep us safe, so pay attention to signs. Is this a crime? Look at the picture. Again, yes, it is a crime. You can get a ticket. Do not jaywalk. Make sure you are walking safely within a crosswalk line. And if there is no crosswalk signs, you have to do the safest path. But obviously, there is one on this street right here. So he is actually choosing to walk right here. So he is making an obvious choice to walk across the street and be unsafe. Is this a school walking sign? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you gave me a thumbs up, you would be correct. This is usually a mom, like a picture of a mom and a kid walking across the street to get to school. Whoop. Is this a stop sign? Thumbs up or thumbs down? So yes, stop signs can look a lot of different ways. It can be the red rectangle that says stop on it, but that orange hand means stop. So that would be a thumbs up. All right, so we're gonna watch a short video, and at the end of the video for your closing activity, I want you to put 3 things you learned from this video. Here we go, I'm gonna play a video. Watch this video and tell me 3 things you learned about it.
Second, I have to answer this.
Come on, Mom. Answer it when we get to school.
Almost done. I just have to... Now what do they want?
Excuse me,
I said just give me a minute.
ma'am? These guys are right. You keep walking that way, you'll end up flat. Like me. Just because there's a crossing guard doesn't mean you shouldn't stay alert. Stop at the curb. Wait for the signal. That's your cue. There. Then you walk across. Never run. Always paying attention to the cars around you. The crosswalk is like an extension of the sidewalk. Traffic signals will tell you what to do. There's one now. Hiya, Bob. Hey, guy. Wait at the curb till you see a walk signal. Then walk across while still watching and listening for cars. But when there is no crosswalk or pedestrian signal, don't worry. Wait for a green light straight across the street. Then look left, right, left for stop traffic, and behind for turning traffic. When clear, walk across while still watching and listening for cars. Occasionally you'll have to cross where there is no intersection, but this looks dangerous. Better find someplace safer. Remember, sometimes it's good to go out of your way. Much better. Now, look left, right, left, listen, and walk across. What? No sidewalk? If you find yourself in this situation, walk as far on the side of the road as you can. And always go against traffic so you can see what's coming at you. It helps to make eye contact with drivers so you know they see you. Good morning. Lovely day for a walk. Even when you're looking out for them, they may not be looking out for you. That's why you should always pay attention and never get distracted.
Yeah, Mom. That means no cell phones.
Right. No cell phones, no earbuds, no video games, and no horseplay. Walking's serious business. But that doesn't mean it has to be a drag. Just stick with an adult or an older sibling, follow my tips, and you'll be walking like a pro. Plus, you'll be safe. Unlike that girl. Uncool.
See, Mom, that could have been you.
Guys are right. No more text.
Yeah, besides, you got to keep your head up to enjoy this beautiful day. And if you're walking in the dark or low light conditions, remember to stay visible with light colored clothing and reflectors. Without these, I'm practically invisible. Well, that's my sign to leave. You guys have fun, and I'll see you on the way home.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, for the closing activity, what were three things that you noticed about the pedestrians in that video? That's all I have for you today. Please have a great and safe weekend. Bye.